Okay, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody's been doing good. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here, going through everything that I've been going through. But I'm back, and today I'm gonna be talking about how I was when I was working and how I was after I stopped working. Um, being, you know, sick. My doctors, they pretty much didn't want me to work. They told me, working, they didn't think it was a good idea, 'cause they never having the condition I have and being in the state, you never knew what was gonna go on while I was at work. And they was telling me, you could hurt yourself and you could hurt somebody else, but it's hard growing up when you want to do something that everybody else doing, and that's an opportunity to make money, to do what you want to do. So, starting out, I started out working at the commissary and stuff, bagging groceries, doing everything, which that was pretty much easy. I didn't, too much go through much when I was working. If I was sick, I wouldn't show up to work and stuff to prevent anything from going on and stuff. But I had a good time in my youth working and stuff. Had more energy to be able to get around and do everything that needed to be done on the job and stuff. I had a bunch of jobs, especially moving around a lot. Me and my pops was in the military and stuff, working at the exchange, gas station, just different things that I did. I even did, when we was in Hawaii, we did fouling or whatever and stuff it was. And so I helped out doing that, which it was pretty much easy and stuff. But getting older, I moved back to Mississippi, worked at McDonald's a couple times and stuff, but that didn't really work out. The money really wasn't good, and had issues with people on the job thinking they could talk to you any kind of way, which I wasn't really going for that and stuff. Especially from you had your crew leaders, which thought that they could talk to you any kind of way, and and you looking like, look, I'm doing my job. I'm here. I'm back here by myself doing the best I can. We had buses and stuff coming in and all that, dealing with that. That was really, when you got that many people coming in, having to prep all that food and do all that, that wasn't easy, especially when you by yourself. You got to cook meat, prepare the food, and do all that. So, me and one of the team leaders, or whoever she was, we ended up getting into it and stuff, which it wasn't that, to me, it wasn't that big because, I ain't really go off on it too much like that, but she felt, that, I shouldn't have really came at her, how I came at her, which my boss at the time, me and my boss was cool. That was a real cool dude. He came to me and he was like, man, please, Tony, please tell me you ain't go off on it. I was like, I really didn't go off on it. I just was telling him I'm doing the best I can do and stuff. He was like, man, they trying to get rid of you. I'm doing everything to try to keep you. I don't want to lose you. You a good worker and stuff. One of my best workers I got. He was like, man. And then him, it was a hard thing. They kept pushing him to get rid of me. He didn't want to get rid of me and stuff, but it was his job and that's what he had to do. He wasn't the head general manager of the store. He was a manager or whatever, but he wasn't the big dog or whatever you can call it and stuff. He got rid of me. I ended up working on base as a cashier or whatever in stocking. I did cashier and stocking, which it was that was an incident. I ended up losing that job between somebody coming up in their line on me or whatever and stuff, but it was what it was. You know, going through that whole process, everybody liked me. I was a good dude, real respectable, got along with everybody, but you still had people that was gonna hate on you and stuff. I guess because I was dating this girl, and a lot of people ain't really like what me and her had going on. So they tried, to get me off the job. They did, which it was no problem and stuff. I did everything I could, putting in applications to when I end up coming across working at the Copa Casino. And the Copa Casino it was easy work. I bust tables, wash dishes, and cook or whatever. I was an all around guy. Wherever they needed me at, I was ready to be there. And that's how I was at the Copa. Sometimes, at the Copa I got, till I was feeling down, having problems with my heart, going on. And I would tell my boss, I need to go home. I'm not feeling good. And they'll be like, just wait, let me get somebody and I'll get you so you can go. Which that was pretty much cool and stuff, It wasn't that type of job. You was on call basically all the time. You didn't have holidays off, none of that and stuff. I didn't really care about much of that stuff. Days I probably didn't work was on my birthday if I was able not to work on my birthday and stuff. But other than that, I was punching that clock. I was in there. They needed me. At that time I was doing 16-hour shifts, working downstairs, then going upstairs, feeding everybody, till 7 o'clock in the morning, then going home, sleeping for a little while, having to come back, be at work at 3 o'clock. That was hard, but I did it. They really wasn't paying me what I should have been getting paid. I felt like I was getting paid a regular check, but it was what it was. I didn't trip about it, complain about it. I just did what I did. I enjoyed work and I had fun at work. A lot of people, they would tell me that, just meeting everybody in the casino and out cooking, serving everybody plate, they would tell me that I love your smile. It's like your smile when I'm having a bad day, I can come up and look at you and look at your smile, and it makes me happy. It brightens my day up to see somebody smiling with that smile like you, which I never thought that, I was always smiling. A lot of people be like, when you talking, it's like you smiling and stuff, and I ain't never really pay attention to that, never noticed that. I'm me. I ain't never tried to be nobody different, never tried to be nobody I wasn't. I'm just me. I'm who God made me to be, That's why, going through that, I end up leaving that job, moving to Atlanta, working at Arby's with my sister for a little while. I was out there a year or so, then I ended up moving back to Mississippi. I got this job while I was working on base, making a lot more money. My dad friend got me a job up on there. I went up on there. Everybody loved me from the start. People was knowing about me as I was explaining. Not really explaining, but seeing how I was, and people when I was getting sick at work, people always would ask me, "You okay? You good? You need to go home and stuff." And a lot of times I would push through it, knowing that I did need to go home, but I would push through it, get my job done, and go home. And back then, I was working 2 different shifts. I was working the morning shift and working the night shift at the daycare. We would go in like 6 o'clock, I think it was, and we would work till like 9 or 10 and stuff, get off of there and go home. So, in between them periods, I would always go home after my first period, go home, get a shower and stuff, rest and stuff, and get ready for the next shift. whenever I set my alarm to wake up to go to that shift and stuff. But that was pretty much good. All my bosses really loved me on there. I was the type when I was working that job. I never called in, even when I was sick. I never called in. I went in just to show them that I was sick, cause I ain't want nobody saying, "Oh, he ain't sick." He using what he got, but I wasn't like that. And it was time. Even when I was sick, I didn't let nobody know I was sick until I got to on the point on that job to when I couldn't make it. You know, Going through that, just that type of job, I guess it wasn't really good for me inhaling the chemicals and all that I had to inhale, on that job. But sometimes I think that job might have made my situation worse with my stability, with my walking and all that, which I walk not as good as some others, but I get around the best I can and stuff, everybody. Well, I try. Sometimes I walk with a cane if I can, which I don't too much. The kids really don't like me being on the cane. Any kids I don't be in their life, they'll tell me, "You don't need that cane. Why you got that cane? Put that cane down." And I'll be like, "Okay." For the kids, I just be like, the kids they don't like me seeing me with that, so I put the cane down. I try to get around the best I can. Whenever if I go grocery shopping and everything, I get a cart to help me get around and stuff. But sometimes, now my knees and everything, they're a lot weaker than they was. But you know, just working. Me, I always like working. I never really, had much of a problem. Even though my doctors, they told me time to time, I think you need to give up working. You're not gonna get any better. You need to start working. It's only gonna get worse, and your body, you don't need to stress your body out trying to work or doing anything like that. You just need to rest, chill, and stuff. And I just was like, man, I'm gonna work. This is what I've been doing. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna try the best that I can to work till I can't work. And, working, I love working. Met a lot of good people. Most of the people that I met that I worked with, I consider as family. We had that bond like a family. I still talk to some of them today, and the ones that I see in the stores, they still, they remember me. They ask how I've been doing, how things been. I've been like, I've been good, doing the best I can. I ain't the same as I was, but I'm still here. So, hey, I do the best I can. But even when I got ready to leave that job, after a while I had to leave that job. After passing out and going through everything that I was going through on that job and stuff, I end up, having problems with my heart. My walking, it wasn't all that. That's why everybody used to ask me when I first came in the world, "Are you okay?" And I would be like, "Yeah." And they'd be like, "Man, you look like you need to give it up." Which I didn't want to hear that, but what they said was true. I was getting worse. Wasn't getting any better. I was stressing my body out like the doctor said. But I just wanted to work. Even with my parents telling me, "Tony, you need to slow down. You need to sit down. You might need to give it up, son." And I would look at them like, "I'm not stopping working yet. I'm not. This is me. This is what I do." I always had money to help out anybody who needed help. My family, my friends, whoever it was. I ain't never, working money was never a thing and stuff. I always tried to help others out. I think I would do more for others than I did for myself. I never really did that much for myself, for the buying things. I was too busy working, and if I wasn't at work, I probably was home sleeping, resting up, chilling, playing a game or whatever and stuff. I really wasn't out like that. I mean, when I was younger, yeah, I was out like that. I was buying stuff, doing this and that, and still having a good time. But even though I probably need to been sitting down somewhere back then too, but you know, just going through it and with everything, you know, that I was told, I felt maybe I should have listened. Maybe I shouldn't have worked, and maybe working did stress my body out. Maybe that's why, you know, I am how I am right now. You know, I have all these problems. I get lightheaded all the time, dizzy. Sometimes I can't even sleep. I be up all night, 5 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes a lot of times I feel like, you know, can't breathe in my sleep. It's like I'm suffocating while I'm sleeping. That's just crazy, but you know, I do the best I can. Ask God to stay with me, you know, get me through what I'm going through, and He always been there for me. So, you know, I just thank Him. But, you know, other than that, life after work happened to, you know, go through the process of getting on disability and all that, which I spent 2 years fighting to get on disability. And you know, the man, when I was talking to him, he was like, you been working, why you can't work, and this and that. And we was telling him, you know, my situation, you know, how I was getting worse, and my doctor said I didn't need to work anymore because I was only gonna get worse as I continued stressing my body out. So, you know, we went through that process. And then I ended up going before the judge. They had him on like a stream, a TV, a video thing they had. And he seen me just the way I was. When I walked into that room, he just was looking. And he asked me a couple of questions. And he just was like, I don't know why they put you all through all this to even get this. You should have been had this and stuff. And I just appreciate him, you know, that I didn't have to go any further trying to fight to get on that. I mean, I really tell you the truth, I really didn't want to be on it. If I could right now, I'd still be working. Being on disability, you know, government system, having to wait month by month to get paid, you know, barely getting paid anything when you knew what you was making back then. I mean, it's not good. I mean, I really don't like it, but it helped me. It helped me to be able to do what I can to take care of my son, pay my car note, you know, and if I have funds or whatever and stuff, then, you know, but really I be focused on the kids and stuff. That's why, you know, Christmas, you know, I did, you know, after paying my car note and stuff, I spent, you know, most of the money on them because it's about them and just making sure they happy and they okay. That's all I cared about, really. I mean, I know a lot of people gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, them ain't your kids and this and that. They was in my life, you know, me and they mama not together. But it's hard, really, when you in somebody's life and you got these kids in your life and these kids, they look up to you as a father figure, and when you and their mama split ways, it's hard to walk away from the kids. I never, you know, happened to go through that before. I never liked it, which I love all the kids that I've been in their life. Any kid that I ever been a part of their life, did anything for them, I got nothing but love for them. Love them like they was my own and stuff, and that's why even, you know, now, you know, the kids, they ask me when you coming back or this and that. I want you to teach me how to cook, teach me how to do this, and, you know, I miss that with the kids, but, you know, I don't know how my life gonna go. I really don't know. I just, you know, I take everything day by day. I really ain't too much focused on a woman right now. But, you know, I'm just focused on, you know, getting myself being good and stuff, making sure, you know, my son, making sure the kids, they good. That's all I really care for right now. And I'm just, you know, doing the best I can, living the best I can and stuff. And I've been with y'all, talking to y'all, telling y'all, which I didn't plan on being, you know, talking too long. But I guess I talked it more than sometimes it be like that. You talk and just so much time go by so fast, and before you know it, you don't been talking 20 minutes and stuff. But I just thank y'all. Appreciate y'all following my story. Liking, commenting, sharing. Ringing that bell. Just everything that y'all do. I appreciate it so much. All the kind words that I have received from everybody out there. I thank y'all. I love y'all. All that number of blessings I wish upon all y'all. And I'll see y'all soon. Okay, thank you.